Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the 2022 NS9 Fanboy Awards. I'm your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, we got Jim Rosati. We got Tyler Sweeney. This is North Shore 9. What is up, everybody?
What's going on?
Jesus, this is the most anticlimactic fanboy award show that ever
To be
existed.
fair, we started this by DiNardo was going to start, then Jim, then me. So I assume we're just going to go with that when we open up as well. And Jim just kind of sits there with his thumb up his butt.
Well, he's
But this
the
is
biggest
this is
boss.
the best day of the year. You and our dearly departed Ryan started a great tradition that now me and Jim have to carry the torch while you just semi-retire.
Well, wait, I semi-retire.
you-
You
Well,
talking
yeah,
about
because-
me?
You didn't do
'Cause
anything for the show.
That's true. I was the only one who prepared for this show. Like, let's be honest. All the awards we're handing out are just what I said.
I will
And
not tolerate this slander, like at all. I mean, this is ridiculous. The people that don't even know behind the scenes work that I just did for this show, I did everything about this show. Jim just rattled off some names that didn't even make sense half the time. Tyler and I had to put him in check.
Now Tyler was non-existent. He just showed back.
I
up
will
on
say
Thursday.
this,
It was like,
though.
oh yeah, that's the night.
I will say this, though. Mike Persak is correct. This is rigged. I feel like, and it'll be the last award of the night, completely rigged. And I'm gonna like be Kanye West, like with Taylor Swift accepting the award.
You might have. We might be foreshadowing, but you might have compared it to a European dictatorship. What's the word? Dictatorship?
Dictatorship?
Yeah, is that the word I'm looking for? Yes.
I mean, come on, man. It's not that difficult.
Words are escaping me. I'm tired. It's fanboy. Let's go.
All right, yeah, let's get this thing going.
Do it. So it is, I believe, the fourth annual. I put fourth annual because I don't think we've done it 5 years. That seems kind of long, but I also could be wrong. But at any rate, let's get this thing going. So for any of you that are joining that have no idea, we do a fanboy award because, I mean, what else would you title it? Where us as North Shore 9 presents awards to athletes, right? We had the fan vote as well. So we had it out there on Twitter this I guess 2 weeks ago, we started it where we had the nominations, then people voted on their awards and such. And yeah, we got like about 25 awards to give out tonight. So, I mean, this is like really deep shit. If you win an award, it means something.
I mean, this is a big deal. Like, let's be real. This is a big deal.
It's literally why Persak is triggered because he
the
feels
only
this
reason-
thing is rigged.
It's the only reason Persak is here.
I mean, the way his voting went, probably. No shade, but just saying.
We had nothing to do with it. That was just all fan voting. Yeah.
That's right. So I guess we should get this started. So what we'll do is we'll start with the actual fan votes. So for all these awards, this is, again, put out there on Twitter. You as the fans voted on them. Let's get it going. Very first award of the night, the best Twitter account. So I do present you from the fans. Now I got to share the screen. It's the first time I'm doing this one here. So the 2022 Fanboy Award for the best Twitter account goes to our boy Vinny, Vino202. He is the best Twitter account, which
Yeah, we need like
there
a
you
clapping. We need something.
Yeah, if we had a real producer, we'd have like a sound effect where it's like,
Right.
oh, yeah. No,
you know
but,
what? I don't want to hear it. Actually, on the old one, when I was using OBS, I did it. But we want to stick with StreamYard right now.
Well,
but no, I will say
congratulations,
this.
Vinny.
Yeah, congratulations to Vinny. Always active on Twitter. Super positive account. Almost too positive sometimes where, he like annoys me, but no, we love
Many
you, Vinny.
others.
Congrats.
Yeah, how many votes did you buy, Vinny?
I feel
How
like
many
the funny thing is, I seen Vinny like retweeting, sharing all of this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Vinny wanted to win, and he went after it.
But that's what winners do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Side
made it
note,
happen.
Ben Charrington, you go after it.
There's a lesson to be learned here.
What Ben Charrington could learn off of Vinny. Also, Vinny, an ex NS9 Pirates Jeopardy contestant.
Yes.
Didn't do so well in that one, but he was a contestant.
So
we
it
won't
comes
talk about that. Yeah.
Is this
We
Vinny's first
won't.
award?
It is. Well, it's the first award of the night. So,
Well,
yes.
his first award ever.
I think Vinny won something last year.
He might have. Let
I
us
think
know.
so. Yeah.
I think so. All right. Well, hey, we're gonna on to the next one.
On to the next one.
All right. So the next award, which I almost feel like this award should have been like split into two categories because it was almost too unfair. But we had the best Twitter account, so now we have the worst Twitter account, right? And congratulations, Mark Madden, worst Twitter account.
Yay!
Yeah.
So I don't really remember him doing anything to really irritate me this year. This almost just needs to have his namesake.
So this is where
other
I'm at. Like this should
accounts.
just be the Mark Madden award, like for worst account.
would
Because I
tend to
feel
agree.
like someone got gypped. Like someone else should have won this award. And they weren't as bad as this account.
I agree.
I'm kind of with you there. Now, I mean, granted, terrible account by all
Yeah.
means, terrible account, right? I mean, he's the one that was talking about Odell Cruz had walked in 50 plate appearances. He's a bust. Just terrible, terrible takes and ideas. Doesn't know much about baseball at all. So, I mean, it's not as if this isn't fitting for the category. But I do feel, as far as like Pirates Twitter goes, more well-deserving people. Someone could have went back to back from last year. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, but this is what the fans went with, so this is what we'll go with.
Hey,
it.
you're never wrong when placing Mark Madden in a terrible account list.
You're right.
Can't go wrong with it.
That's basically where we're at.
As in,
Yes.
that should, as Jim so eloquently put, it should be the Mark Madden Award.
I'm good with it. So congratulations, Mark
Yep.
Madden, the worst Twitter account. You and a fanboy. Oh, that's got to sting for him.
Yeah, I know. We should send him one.
I'm down.
All right, are we on to the funniest Twitter account?
We are.
Yes.
All right, well, this year's funniest Twitter Pirates account, and I feel like he's on a streak right now. It's none other than Stilo City. I feel like he won this last year. He comes home with it again.
Yeah, well, another well-deserved award. I think he comes up here later on. I'm not sure, but yeah, good stuff as always from Stilo.
Yeah, last year I feel like Stilo had a pretty solid. I'm not going to say sweep, but he had certainly a solid showing last year in the Fanboys. And if it wasn't last year, it was the year before. We actually used his video. Remember his end of year, like 2020 or 2021 Pirates tribute, where it's nothing but the blunders. So I mean, I reached out to him to see if we could use it. He of course was like, yes. I mean, that's basically why he's the funniest Pirates account. Videos like that, tweets and memes he uses. The fact that I have here posted he has 4,288 followers is such a crime.
But you know what? I will say this. Like, I think like this time 2 years ago, like he was under 1,000. So like people are starting to recognize and give this account the credit that it deserves.
It's one of the most fascinating brains I've ever seen.
I have nothing to add to that. Like, I don't know if he's 12, 25, 33, 67. like the tweets he puts out, you're like, oh, okay, he's 50 some years old. And then you're like, wait, he's like 7. But like one of the funniest things I think from him, and there's plenty, but just the fact that I remember Barstool picked up a tweet of his. Like Barstool shared it and it was going viral, and he literally deleted the tweet so they couldn't do it. So back to his only 4,200 followers. Like, he doesn't care about that.
No, he doesn't.
Barstool used his tweet and deleted it just so they couldn't have content. Elite.
No, good stuff as always. Another solid year. Looking forward to 2023.
Just a
Very
terrific
much so.
account.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not for Pirates Twitter. All right. So on to the 4th Fanboy Award of the night. So we went from the funniest Pirates accounts. Now we're moving on to the best Pirates memes. And fellas, like, that took on a whole new level this year. I mean, it's not as if the Pirates won many games, but when they did, if you're the following or the opposite Twitter account, right? Look out. Pirates Twitters went wild on you guys. And it was just like, I feel like a contest. Who could put out like the best meme? Who could top it? We had cameos out there. I mean, people were paying money to have a meme made for them. So, yeah. So we out there, the best Pirates memes goes to none other than Vinny once again. Vinny Vino 202, his second fanboy of the night. He's voted on as the best Pirates memes of 2022. So congratulations, Vinny, once again.
Well deserved again. You mentioned like when the opposing team posted the final score during a loss. I feel like the first like 15 replies were all Vinny. I don't know if he's got like 15 screens going on. He's got like a meme ready to go on each screen. I don't know how he does it, but no, shout out to Vinny.
Just a very strong showing this season by Vinny.
Tyler, man of many words. So, as Vinny says here, he owes it all to Bart. And yeah, like the Simpsons meme was one of them. But Jim, you're absolutely right. Like, Vinny, people out there like pride on their one meme. Like, all right, first off, again, the shout out to some people, and I don't remember all your names and such, but we had Clint Hurdle out there talking about poverty franchises. We had Pokey Reese, right? I mean, again, all the cameos and such. And you pride yourself on that. Vinny was like, one's not enough. I need like 20 of them. And he just 20 like straight memes. Yeah. So congrats.
Half of them I don't understand because I guess I'm an old millennial, but I still enjoyed them.
Very good.
You got to save your words about Vinny here because he might pop up a few more times.
Well, he is that optimistic, diehard Pirates fan, as his bio says. O'Neill Cruz enthusiast, superhero fan, video game fan. Oh, apparently has another account. Follow Nerd Vino for nerd content. I mean, I don't know, Vinny. I follow this account, and it's a lot of nerd content. So.
Pretty nerdy.
But anyways, I'll give that one a follow maybe too.
All right. Next one. Most charitable account. And I think this is a back-to-back winner, at least. But Around the 412, taking it home. They're always doing good stuff all the time. They do their rocking around the 412. Yeah, always good stuff from Smitty and the team.
Yeah, they do a ton of stuff. The rocking around, the 412 is great. It seems like they donate to everything. They really do great stuff, and there were a lot of good contenders in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with Tyler. There certainly were a lot, but shout out to definitely Smitty, Tyler. Do quite a bit. I love what they do too. And if you aren't following them and don't know, check them out. But yeah, like the Rockin' 412 is going around right now. Christmas is coming up. They help a lot of families. They do a lot of really good stuff there. So congratulations to Around the 412 for winning the most charitable account. Congrats, guys. And they won it last year too. I mean, back to back. To be honest, they probably won it 4 years in a row. This is truly the 4th year. So there's that.
Good stuff.
For sure.
And on to the next one, we have the Fan of the Year award, which is also the Bill Boyle Award. And Denardi, you said it earlier, always so positive. Vinny once again comes away with another one.
Gosh, just
You
a
might as well just
clean.
keep him up there.
I was gonna say, is Vinny just sweeping all the positive fan categories. Just an epic season for Vinny. MVP season.
You
So
would call
once
it a
again,
triple crown.
how many did you buy? Like, how many votes did you buy, Vinny? For real. So, right. This is
I want to
what
recount.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th award of the night, and he's got half of them. Now, I'm just saying, again, I have the account, so I see how many times you shared it, Vinny. I also know someone invited me to some DM group, and I seen you in there active too. So just throwing it out there, Vinny. You were doing work this year, and I respect it.
There's something odd about those mail-in ballots.
Stop the counts.
See, and he's so nice. Look at this.
Just another good year from Vinny. Let's see if we can follow it up next year, hopefully when the Pirates are better and he has more to be positive about.
That is true. I'm excited for Vinny when the Pirates are good. Like, I want to see the kind of stuff he can put out.
You know, and they're all people in Vinny's age group are also young enough that they haven't experienced the 20 years of misery. They did get that period in their young life of the Pirates being good. So they still do have some positivity in them.
They have a thing that the three of us lack, and that's hope. They have hope. We have no hope. We are hopeless.
Yeah. Well, we're on that copium. They're on that hopium. That's the difference.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, once again, Vinny, congrats. Well played. Can we get some other guys, participating and winning? All right. So I guess the next one we're going to move on to is now again, this is Vinny's not going to win this one because he wasn't on the field. Thank God. But this was voted by the fans. So we do have the favorite Pirates player of the year. So again, who do the fans vote for their favorite player of the year? None other than, of course, our boy O'Neal Cruz. I mean, how can he be the favorite? I mean, he was instantly, as soon as he got called up, literally the first inning, just making highlights. Everyone's talking about him. Everyone loves him. He's very polarizing, as his picture shows. And if you know the background story of this picture, I mean, there's a reason why it was chosen for this award show. But yeah, O'Neal Cruz, the favorite player of the year, voted by the fans.
Yeah, and I don't know how much of an overwhelming victory this was, but just the way that he went about playing the game, like just doing things you've never seen before, just a fun guy to watch. And yeah, like if this guy is not your favorite player on the team or one of the favorite players on your team, then I don't know what's wrong with you. Like you need to find a new sport.
Well, Jim, to your point, he received 71% of the vote.
There you go.
An overwhelming victory, and I think it's a very expected overwhelming victory, as the 3 months of him being in the minors on Twitter showed.
All right. Am I next? Yeah, I'm next. So we just did the favorite player. So now we're going to do most hated player. And I mean, there were a lot of choices. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, this was a really bad team, and I hated a lot of players. And most of our fans hated a good portion of the 68 players that put on a Pirates uniform this year. But
not to interject too, but Jim, let's be honest. Also, a lot of the players' dads hated you as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The dads hated me. I was nothing but nice to the dads. I just want to put that on the record. But no, most hated Pirate of the year, and I think this is another no-brainer. None other than Josh Van Meter. So congratulations to Josh Van Meter. Really, this is more of a Ben Cherington award, I think. Congratulations to Ben Cherington because he just kept this dude on the roster for almost the entirety of the season when he had no business getting one at bat on this team.
Also, congratulations to Ben Sherrington for making this such a difficult decision because there were so many good choices here.
I think there were good choices, but like I don't think any God, people hated Josh Van Meter
For good reason.
But again, like it wasn't his fault. Like I kind of feel bad for him
I
personally, but yeah,
he shouldn't have made a major league salary for as long as he did.
But again, that's not his fault.
I don't care.
That's like where I'm at with his whole entire thing. I mean, it's like I hate what Josh Van Meter presented, but I can't hate him. Like it's not his fault that 29 other teams recognize that he's not a Major League Baseball player, and Ben Cherington picked him up to make him a baseball player, and then put him at first base and said, "Do this thing too that you've never done." But I mean, like, I get it. He just wasn't good, and he just stayed playing over other people that probably should have been playing. So, I mean, I hate to say it, like he didn't earn this. Ben Cherington earned it, but he gets the brunt of it, and it's hard to argue.
And what a perfect photo you chose, because that face just looks so punchable.
As Bucko Mike says, he got paid basically $750,000 to hit 180,
and that's
so
why I do not feel bad.
Too. I can't feel too bad for him.
That's true. That's true.
Which is why I don't. And on to our next one here.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
okay, go ahead.
All right, come on, producer. Get with the program. We are now on to the best tweet. And once again, I feel like he came away with this last year as well, but it's going to Steel-O City with his Chris Benoit tweet. Please tell me you have it.
Oh, I have it. There's got to be some context to it. Let me preference this once again just to make sure. Voted by the fans. Nominated and voted by the fans.
Like it's so true. First off, it's so true. But it's great. It's great. I mean,
you afraid to read it?
I can't remember maybe what sparked this. It was probably like the Yankees.
I can tell you
lost
right
the
now,
game.
actually.
Like, did the Yankees just lose a game?
So a Yankees fan tweeted that Jameson Taillon and Clay Holmes tweeted 2 photos of them in Pirates jerseys and said these two combined for 9 shutout innings against the Rays tonight with 2 hits allowed and 7 strikeouts. Steel-O responded with, "I don't think it's possible to punch further down than this gem."
All right, so I'll read it because this will be out in podcast form as well.
That is true.
So Stilo says, "I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, believe that if the average Yankee fan spent 1 week as a Pirates fan," which again, we know this is going, and that's where the true part comes, as Jim says, "they would Chris Benoit their family." So yeah, there's that. Jesus. and so again, this is where I'm like, is he 14?
Well, I don't. So this is actually a tweet that makes me think he's not 14. I mean, the Chris Benoit thing was 15 years ago,
Yes.
Right?
Like a 14-year-old doesn't know what Chris Benoit did.
Whereas 35.
Yeah, I think he's like right around 35.
It is kind of upsetting that he had this good of a tweet because the closest competition was the Pirates DFAing Van Meter tweet. And going back to back with Van Meter would have been great.
That's true.
That got a lot of nominations too.
No, so congrats, Steel-O. Funniest Pirates account and best tweet. So a very, very good showing.
Makes sense.
Just very good. I mean,
Who's
You're
up
next
now?
Donardo, you're up.
Oh, it's me. Okay. All right. So again, you're right. Best tweet. So now we got to go to the worst tweet of the year. Now I'll say this. Tyler said there was some competition. Now for best tweet, it was Stilo, and then it was 3 tweets by the Pirates. Actually, one of them, or no, actually for best, I forget.
It was 3 tweets about the Pirates.
It was for the best. Okay, so yeah, it was 3 tweets by the Pirates for the best. For the worst, there's a lot of competition. Now, one was the Pirates as well, which was we have optioned O'Neill Cruz. The one who won it had 2 actually in there, and they were going back to back. And then
they were neck and neck too.
People who know Cody as well, who I think won this last year, was in there. So these, like, there's 3 just neck and neck. And again, this guy had 2 of them, both up there. So the winner for the worst tweets of the year goes to none other than Brian Cornell from Pittsburgh Pirates Rant podcast. So let me put it out there. I'll guess bring the context. So he tweets, I'm not sure why, but he tweets and says, "I'm as white as it gets, but I wish I was ghetto." And then, by the way, Jim, not you, Jim, but this other Jim was up nominated for something I forget. So Jim at I Love to Shit says, okay. And then Brian responds back and says, "Totally. I super wish I was a ghetto white dude. I think that would be cool." So shout out to Brian Cornell for the worst tweet of the year. Slightly narrowing, beating out your other nominated tweet for the worst tweet of the year. Well deserved.
I'm just going to let that tweet marinate.
Like what the hell? Like what? Yeah, I don't even have anything to add. Like nothing to add.
And the best part is that he's responding to at I Love to Shit.
Just a perfect embodiment of Pirates Twitter, especially on that end of it.
All right.
Brian is truly undefeated.
So this is what, I don't know if Mike Persak's still here, but he was nominated for this category. Mike Persak from the Post Gazette, but this is for Beat Writer of the Year. Beat Writer of the Year. And the winner, none other than, are we going to announce it, or are we just going to go right to it? Let's announce it. Alex Stumpf, winner of the Beat Writer of the Year. And you know what? We actually have a message from Alex as he accepts this prestigious award.
"You fools! You foolish fools! I had to go to my car because this is a rant, and this is where you rant on things on the internet. You fools! How could you elect me king of the beat reporters for another year? Did hashtag take Alex off the beat mean nothing to you people? It meant something for me. It was a plea. It was a plea. Do you not know how the Pirates perform whenever they know I am up in the upper deck? It's bad. Give it to Chris. He should be the beat reporter. They had a 96 win pace with him. You had better options. You could have voted for Justice. You could have voted for Jason. You could have voted for Mike. Well, Mike, maybe not. But, there are other people you could have voted for. But, all right, I will hold the mantle for another year as the fanboy beat writer of the year. But, my God, pick someone else for 23. We can't do this every year.
Good old Alex. By the way, yes, take Alex off the beat. For sure.
At
Right.
Cody.
No, but for real, Alex did a great job for DK, Pittsburgh sports. Really, everybody, great job across the board. I think from a beat writer standpoint this year, it's got to be tough covering a team this bad, like day in and day out, and they do it. And they give us all the information that that we need.
Imagine having to learn that many names throughout the year for a professional team. And then go talk to them. This has to be the toughest job in baseball.
Pretending you care to talk to a lot of them. Yeah. But no, for sure. I mean, shout out to Alex. All the nominees as well. But yeah, Alex does a great job. I love messing with him on Twitter as well. And I mean, again, like going to the car for that acceptance speech, let's be honest, he don't want anyone to know he's accepting an award for North Shore 9. He had to go in a car to do that. You know, I get it. This is embarrassing.
I think the Pirates are in good hands with beat reporters, though. Seems to have a good group now.
Yep, I agree.
I do. And like, if you know the roots from North Shore 9, we just hated everybody. And I feel like there's a lot of good blood there. Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
keep it at that.
We are beyond the fan voting portion now, aren't we?
Yes, that does conclude the fan votes. So,
Yes, so
as
everything
Persac
from
says,
here on.
pot shot at me for no reason. Typical Alex. Probably feels threatened. I agree.
Yeah, go. So these next, however many awards are decided by us, or one of them was decided by like a group of 12 that we weren't involved in.
I was part of it.
The rest
Clearly
is us, though.
Yeah.
Well, by us, you mean you.
That's true. I basically picked all these winners, so
Except for one.
except for 2.
We'll discuss.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll just start this thing off with the North Shore 9 Fantasy Baseball League champion, which none of us play in. The winner is Regis Ryan. The commissioner somehow wins the league. Speaking of rigged.
Foul play.
So I didn't even realize we had a fantasy baseball league and, until
Stop it.
Until we did this award show last year. It was the first I ever heard of it.
Oh, well, that's fair. I thought you were going to say this year. Yeah. Okay. I mean, again, that's somewhat fair. But you do this year, and you guys didn't care to join. I'm in it, and I'll be honest. I stopped participating in about June when my team was not good. But yeah, Regis won it. He had a good, solid team. I forget who won it last year, but it wasn't Regis. Someone else. Oh, Dan Churchill won it. Regis won it this year. Solid team. Good job, Regis. Not only do you win the league, but you win a fanboy. That's the real trophy.
Yes, sir.
And let's just say, I mean, look at his Twitter image right there. That's elite stuff. Chisenhall and nutting. I mean, come on, man.
That is good.
All right. Who's next? Tyler did that one, right?
Yeah, it's you.
All right. Man.
So for the next award, we have the best NS9 podcast featured guest. And I feel like, so last year we did have quite a few. This year we didn't have as many, but I think a lot of that was just challenged because we did the post-game shows every single night. Boy, oh boy, did we not want to do anything other than that. I mean, it was enough to do those. We didn't need any special WNS9 pluses this season and such. Now, of course, there's off-season coming up. We'll get back to that a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, we had the core group that we did have this year's guests, pretty competitive. But I think for this year, the best guest, right? So the winner for the best NS9 podcast featured guest is going to be none other than the Zips tactician himself, Dan Zimborski, who told us O'Neill Cruz is going to be basically the MVP player.
He did.
He did. So, at the beginning of the year, he kind of fueled my hatred of O'Neill Cruz being in AAA. Because, his projections over the course of an entire season, O'Neill Cruz would have been pretty good.
He was a 3+ WAR player, right?
Yeah.
I actually went back and listened earlier. He mentioned that his projections had O'Neill Cruz at a Adam Jones, I believe, through like 2009 pace. And those projections were almost spot on. Because that 2009 season for Adam Jones was very close to O'Neill Cruz's season this year.
Yeah. And it's just kind of going back to Jim. It's like, what could have been if O'Neill Cruz is, caught up in day one? and someone had the balls to see if maybe he could get Rookie of the Year. And that didn't happen because we saw the way he ended the season. It's like, what if he had a full year? Who knows? Because Julio Rodriguez had a full year, and we saw what that translated to. But yeah, but either way, like I love having Dan on. We pretty much have him on every single year once the Pirates projections come out. We talk to him, bust his balls a little bit. But I mean, like I said, very informative. And here's the thing too. I feel like there's a lot of people that don't understand zips. So he does a good job letting you understand what it means. So like when he says like he's projected, it doesn't necessarily mean like this is going to happen. But he kind of breaks it down. And with that said, tune in this year when we have Dan on again, and you can find out what zips truly is when you want to, trash projections. Understanding what they mean and what they present means a lot.
Yeah, no, it was a very informative discussion we had with him. It was fun.
You guys
you know
now
what?
understand zips. I still don't because I'm stupid.
Well, we know that.
You didn't understand the draft pick compensation rules and that was like a week ago.
Correct.
About a week ago.
But you know what?
But shout out to Dan because actually he loves to troll them because they've been bad. But an Orioles fan, I guess congratulations to him. He's got to see a good baseball club this year with the Orioles.
Can't relate.
We definitely made fun of him a little bit about the Orioles as Pirates fans.
The Orioles greatly outperformed their zips projections. Let's just say that.
Oh man, yeah. I think you're up, Jim.
I think you're up.
I'm up. All right. Well, now my phone's locked. And it doesn't recognize my face with the sunglasses on. All right. Next award. It's for the best hair award, and it's called the VO5 award because we couldn't get a Head and Shoulder sponsorship, is what I'm reading in the parentheses. So the winner of this is Kevin Newman, another shortstop. So Cole Tucker won last year. This year's winner, Kevin Newman. He's got the whole, suave look on top there. So congrats to Kevin Newman, best hair.
Did you try to match your hair with his today, Donardo?
Listen, Kevin Newman's been trying to match his hair to my hair. You just don't see it because I always wear a hat.
Not many nominees for this award. Jim had his own opinions. We overruled him and ended up going. And we ended up going with Kevin Newman, whose hair is never out of place when he takes his hat off.
Yeah, like I'm with Tyler. There wasn't a whole lot of options, but for the few, I felt like it was kind of competitive. But yeah, with Kevin, I mean, it's good hair. It's good hair. You don't see it a whole lot because it fits all within the helmet, right? Or the hat. But as Tyler says, it's always in place. It's always perfect hair. It's, I mean, in the sense of it's the, God, I forget it. I guess I'm going to date myself in saying it, but I'm trying to go back to the old Dallas Cowboys coach, right? That like his hair would never move in a hurricane. Which you know what I'm talking about.
Well, it's not Tom Landry because he had a hat on.
No, it was after Landry.
The guy that coached Oklahoma, Barry Switzer?
Nope, after Switzer. And before Switzer.
Bill Parcells?
Nope.
Wade Phillips?
Nope, before Phillips.
Jason Garrett?
Nope,
before
way
Phillips?
Before Garrett.
Before Phillips was Bill Parcells.
He was also in
Jerry
Miami for a bit.
Oh, Jimmy Johnson?
Yes. Yes.
There we go.
There it is.
Long
There
walk
it
for a
is.
short drink of water.
12th time is the perfect try. Jimmy Johnson. Who knew we were talking about Dallas Cowboys on the North Shore 9 Fanboy Awards? This is insufferable.
Moving on.
Please.
All right. We're moving on to the most outstanding comedy performance, which could also be named the Will Craig Award. But this one goes to none other than the most hated Josh Van Meter. And I believe it's because he didn't step on first base, and it is.
So
just incredible.
So when I picked these awards, right, and I said Josh Van Meter next to this, I was thinking about this first base play, but then like 10 seconds later, I was like, hold on. It could also be that time he tried catching. So I was actually curious to see which moment you were gonna pick, because really both equally funny. And actually the catching probably more funny, to be honest.
Yeah, that was bad.
So I'm going to put it this way. Peek behind the curtain, right? The production side. I have some videos. I have some photos. For one thing, finding Josh Van Meter clips is hard enough as it is, because he's the most hated Pirates player, right? No one really cares about that. There's no highlights on Josh Van Meter. So finding these are hard, and I'd really have to like splice and edit to gather all of those moments, because I'm with you, Jim. The thing about this is like with the Will Craig last year, like that was that moment in itself was the most comedic, right? Where I feel like with Josh Van Meter, it was his entirety of his play. There were so many moments. It's the whole story. But yeah, I kind of went lazy on this one. I'll put it that way. There could have been, like you said, the catching. I was like, you know what? I found the first base picture. I couldn't find the video. Again, I couldn't find the video on this. So here we are.
You know what? Josh Van Meter's attorney probably got all the videos scrubbed off the internet.
I mean, the money he got, he can afford it now.
Yeah.
I mean, you even could have went with the Josh Van Meter pitching performance.
He did that too.
I could have just had every single at bat and just posted that. Connor says he has video. I should have reached out to him. They'll send it to you if you need it. Yeah, sure. That's gonna help now. But yeah, so Josh Van Meter, 2 fanboys. Again, it's prestigious stuff.
I mean, I don't know if Fangraphs is down, but his attorney might be hard at work, because I cannot pull up Josh Van Meter's Fangraphs page.
What if his agent is just like, he put a virus on every Josh Van Meter tagged website, webpage, video, everything? They're just all down. They're all down.
All right, who's next?
You.
Every time you ask that question, it's you.
Perfect. So we had the most outstanding comedy performance. Now we have the most outstanding drama performance. Now, when you have a 100-loss season, it's probably not good drama on, this end of it. But, as Jim loves to say, he picked the categories or the answers to the categories, like the winners. I agree with this as well. The winner truly is David Bednar in his 3-inning save against the Dodgers, which we all know that the Pirates swept the Dodgers in that series. But it was 3-inning save against the Dodgers. That was the most dramatic. And of course, it's dramatic because it was outstanding for him. And it also added a lot of drama because then he couldn't pitch again. But here's the video I added. So for Jim, it wasn't actually the pitching performance. It was what came afterwards, is too. We're going to find out here.
Hi, 50 pitches tonight for David Bednar to seal this one out. What was it like closing this one out, David?
Fuck, exciting, man. Sorry. Exciting. What a game. They battled back and picked me up, and to get that one's huge.
David Bednar just dropping F-bombs on AT&T Sportsnet. What a yinzer. I love the dude.
Love him.
He truly is one of us.
Yep.
Also, it was 7 outs, wasn't it? Not 3 innings.
I don't know. I don't remember.
He participated in 3 innings.
That was a long time ago, and it was a long season.
It was 50 pitches, which was enough to get View gone as well and busted his arm. So Shelton loved him without his relievers.
All right. So that moves us to the Steve Blass Award. Steve Blass Award given to the best announcer, whether that's the play-by-play guy, the analyst, whatever. But this year's winner, I thought he was great all year round when he was in the booth. But Neil Walker, congratulations, the Steve Blass Award.
I will agree with your pick here, Jim. I think it's the best pick you could have had.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, I have this love for Walk. I mean, just
He's so
just
angry.
that uncle, you know, like you just want to be around. But the thing about Walk too is like when he went on those NBC, like the Peacock, right?
Yep.
He was
Yep.
outstanding.
He
But
was.
regardless of that, you know, I know a lot of people love to hate a lot of the broadcasters, and I really don't. But Neil Walker, for his first year coming on, I enjoyed the hell out of him. I really did. I mean, this guy's got a career, I feel, in the booth for sure. So I'm with you, man. He definitely wins it for me as well. I'm all about this award as well for him.
I agree. He's very polished and not cynical yet, which is surprising.
Yep. Surprising. Well, you know, Jason Kendall hasn't gotten to the booth yet.
That is
Right.
true.
But and like I'll say this too, like Connor says, Caps was also great. Like the new guys coming on, I do appreciate all of them. Like Caps is also good. Like I mean, on there, they're very knowledgeable, but also add entertainment value. I love the new blood.
I agree.
Yep.
Anthony disagrees. Oh, this isn't Pirates Twitter in a nutshell. This ain't Twitter in a nutshell.
All right, moving on.
All right, next one is the comeback player of the year. Is there any other player that we could pick here? It's Mitch Keller. That's the easiest pick.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And the only pick.
Right about there. Well, maybe not up, but certainly good movement on here at PNC Park. 2-2. And fastball heavy there.
All heaters right there from Mitch Keller.
Out in front 0-2. That's more like it, Mitch Keller. Comes right back.
Love it, Mitch. In the North, he'll
Yeah.
play most of the northern teams, you know.
Hey, got him. 97. Comebacker. That's the lone RBI. And he struck him out looking. Look at that pitch. 97. Right on.
Yeah, a very well deserving award. You know, down year last year, it was a make or break season for him, and he made it happen. Good stuff.
Those highlights were sexy.
They were.
I was kind of wondering when they were going to end, to be honest.
You didn't want to
I don't
relive the
want them
season
to.
again.
It's like there's not many reasons to look forward to 2023. He's one of them. But for sure, I mean, Mitch Keller, man, what an unbelievable turnaround. I don't know what to add. We've talked enough about him all year long, I feel like, and I can't wait to talk about him next year. Yeah.
Yep. The return of the two-seamer.
Yeah, baby. The game within the game's coming back. All right. So we had the comeback player of the year. Now let's get to the declined, though, which I don't think anyone really even understands what that even means. But we were talking about Kutch and him declining, though, and Ryan Platt. If you follow him at all on Twitter, that became a thing between us and Platt because that's his favorite player. But yeah, Kutch declined, though. And there's plenty of players that have declined, though, on this team. So there's a lot of opportunities. I mean, this could have been a team award, truly, because even if you could add Brian Reynolds declined. Truly, right?
Yep.
So I don't think there's one that like really won it opposed to anyone else, more deserving or less. But the person this does get awarded to is none other than Zach Thompson. Simply because he was a very bad pitcher. He got picked up as a minor leaguer for the Miami Marlins. Got called up last year and performed effectively well. You know, like statistically speaking, the numbers look good at the end of the season. Comes over the Stallings trade. People are talking about he's going to be a mainstay. What a great pickup. And he stunk. he declined, though. So he wins the Decline, though, award. He gets a fanboy. Yeah.
I think he's always stunk, and he continued to stink.
Yeah, so I think I ended up actually disagreeing with myself after I originally wrote Thompson. I probably would have given this to Yoshi, but Zach Thompson, very well deserved winner of the declining. Though
Not many players on this team could decline because they were all just already bad.
that's true. It would have been really hard for most of this team to get worse.
And I feel like, and the reason I kept this too, I felt like the thing with Yoshi is he sucked pretty much everywhere he's gone to, except for when he went to the Pirates. So at least, like, we look at his career up to this point, Zach Thompson had respectable numbers, although it was small sample and just that half season with the Marlins, right? He ended at good numbers. Where look at Yoshi's career, it was still awful. It just became even more awful.
Yeah, I hear you.
Go around,
Holy shit. Thompson wins the Tim Williams lookalike award. And here's Vinny. Quite frankly, he was good from May to July. Then became the worst pitcher ever last few months. Yeah, this is why Jim hates your tweets sometimes, Vinny.
Right, because the last few months still count.
And if you saw what was happening between May and July, you shouldn't have bought into it.
Yeah, he stunk.
But we digress.
I'm up. So next up is the Lonnie Chisenhall Award. The Lonnie Chisenhall Award, which I'm not entirely even sure what this award means, but I'm going to guess that it means like a guy who you signed or picked up who just did nothing at all.
Basically, yes.
So we're going to go with Jose Godoy. I forgot he was even on the team for like 2 full weeks. And like, I don't know if the guy's ever actually played the catching position before he did this. I'm not sure if he ever took an at bat at not only a major league at bat, but like a minor league at bat. I don't know how this guy made it to the majors. And he played like 5 games. It was a mess.
And based on the picture, I don't think he's ever played baseball in his life.
Yeah. I'm with Jim here. I don't quite know. I didn't know what this award meant, really. And they didn't really have like a D. Gordon offseason signing. So Godoy works, I guess, here. But I did just have a thought back to the best hair. And I don't know how I didn't give it to Chavis. That was good hair.
He is good hair.
Or Marisnik. Man,
I feel like him, Brubaker, and Marisnik are very similar, though.
I mean, I guess you could have went with like a Hembry here.
I don't
You
even
could
remember.
have, but Henry,
Yeah.
Henry was still part of the club for a while. Godoy just wasn't. He came up and was
2 ships
easily
passing through the
forgettable.
night.
Just easily, just did nothing for this club. Nothing.
Come on, you got a photo of him right there.
That's what he did. He did this. He gave us this photo op, which, if going back to Regis, right? Lonnie gave us that photo op with Nutting, so at least they did that.
Yeah, I don't really remember him being on the team that much. So
There
I
you
guess
go.
it's fitting. All right, I guess I'm up, and we're on to the most improved player of the year, which is kind of redundant with the comeback player, but we're going to do it anyhow. We're doing it our way. It goes to Rodolfo Castro.
Tyler, man of many words.
We talked so much about him. I don't know what more to add. I feel like September, all we did was talk about Rodolfo Castro and O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah, I mean, really, ever since that final call up, he was a completely different player than the Castro that we've seen. His previous few cups of coffee that he had. So yeah, definitely big, huge improvement for Castro this year. Excited to see if he can, be a decent second baseman going forward for the future.
For sure. And I guess to add on to what Tyler said, he didn't really come back from anything. Like, he never was good and then was bad and then came back, right? Where at least that's the difference in Keller. He performed. You can talk and argue about the FIP and ERA relevancy or whatever, but he became a very, very bad pitcher last year, and then he turned it back around this year. Whereas if Castro never was like good, so he never really came back. He just improved and right, like he could end up being, and that's I think what a lot of us are hoping for, that player that you kind of counted out wasn't going to be part of the future, and then I don't know, maybe he's going to be a starting second baseman, maybe he's going to be a solid utility guy. Just the fact that he's going to be basically, hopefully, a good, decent player is it's pretty big. So yeah, I felt like he was probably the most improved based on last year to this year for sure.
He did come back from a suspension.
Sure. Technically. But the cause of the suspension was pretty much the catalyst of when he became good. So how about that?
Right. Yeah, that's true. No, just one thing to add, like, we mentioned he never really was good. And just think of all of the, future Pirates lineups that you see, on Twitter constantly. If you would have just gone back in time 1 year, how many of those lists would have said second base Rodolfo Castro, right? None of them, not a single one. They would have had Nick Gonzalez or Piguero in there, right? So that just alone, now when you write a list, Castro's name is on a lot of those lists. And yeah, that just shows the improvement.
There you go.
Agree.
So I'm going to ask, which means I guess it's on me.
Correct.
So we had the most improved. Now let's do it. The rookie of the year, the 2022 Pittsburgh Pirates rookie of the year, winning a fanboy. Hold on. I'm picking the wrong thing here. Yeah, I think it's easy to say. None other than O'Neal Cruz.
Diving stop, Cruz to his feet. Look at that!
From other guys.
Yeah, you can tell inside. And that's lined to right center field. Look at this laser! Oh my! Oh my! In line drive, caught by O'Neal Cruz. And hits this hard to right center field. O'Neal Cruz. Look at this ball go! Oh, another Cruz missile. And there he is. O'Neal Cruz down the left field line with a leadoff double.
Hard hit balls. Wow. 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 Wow.
O'Neal Cruz, ladies and gentlemen.
Different.
Huh?
That ball sounds different off that bat.
Yeah, I mean, just as soon as he was called up, he just immediately made the lineup better. I mean, just teams feared him, and just immediate impact right off the bat. Even with his struggles, like even with those terrible few months, maybe 6-7 weeks he had to start the season. Even then, you could still tell the difference that teams were approaching him not like any other hitter in the lineup.
Anthony's one of those that hates the entire broadcast, I feel. But back to the actual Rookie of the Year Fanboy Award. Man, O'Neal Cruz is exciting. And like what he presents, the potential that kid has, holy hell. I talk about Mitch Keller. Can't wait for 2023 to see what he does. Talk about him some more. It's O'Neal Cruz. What he did since August 28th, right? When he went into that leadoff spot, how good he's been since then. Just I understand the defense has flaws for sure. You look and hopefully that can improve upon. But regardless, what he presents offensively, everything he can do, oh my God. Oh my God. So I can't wait for 2023. I can't wait to find out how we're talking about him 1 year from today.
Can't wait till he's hitting 7th on opening day.
Shut up, Tyler. The most pessimistic NS9 member Fanboy Award goes to Tyler Sweeney.
But I mean, we're talking about basically a 3-war player that had 2 months of some of the worst baseball on the team. He was awful for 2 months, and he still finished the year pretty good.
Yeah. Top of my head, I think it was a 148 way to run Creator Plus since August 28th.
Just sounds about right.
Just great. Can't wait. Bart Scott right now. Can't wait.
Who's up?
I am.
Okay.
Jack Wilson Award. He was nominated as one of the finalists for the Gold Glove at third base today. Brian Hayes. I mean, you can't really give this to anybody else. Led all of Major League Baseball in defensive runs saved. Led all third basemen in outs above average. He basically was a good player this season. He wasn't a good hitter, and it was the fielding just pushed him to being really one of the most valuable players on the team.
Fangraphs has him as the most valuable hitter.
Slowly hit. Hayes charge in, and he will get O'Neill.
Tapper. There's Hayes to the plate, and the out call there. Backhanded play on the first.
Every pitch at least 10 times.
Oh, look at Brian Hayes. Braves last summer to get Bryce Wilson. Bounce toward Hayes. 1 and 2.
Just makes everything look so easy.
Exactly what I was going to say. But he, according to Fangraphs, he was the most valuable hitter on the team, and that was while not being able to hit a beach ball. So that's how good he was with the glove.
Right. It's crazy. It's just crazy how good he is defensively. But like, and as Jim and you were going to say, as you mentioned, Tyler, he just makes it look so effortless that it doesn't stand out. Like you just take him for granted. The stuff that he does is just so damn good. It's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level. And again, the torch is being passed. Arenado was nominated. He might end up winning it just because we know how the Gold Glove goes. But that torch is being passed. If it's not this year, it's coming. Brian Hayes is going to be a perennial Gold Glove winner for who knows how long.
He's going to have to start hitting better to win one of those.
He does.
That's a sad truth. All right, we on to the next one?
Yep.
Sure.
Unless you wanted to add more there, Donardo. Man of
I'm good.
So many words.
I'm good.
All right, well, we're on to the Mark Melanson Award, which this award just goes to show you how god-awful this bullpen was. Because the winner of it is David Bednar, and he didn't pitch for half the year.
But like there was really no other choice.
No.
I mean, I guess if if Will Crow hadn't been throwing 3 innings every time for like 3 straight months, maybe you had some competition for this award. But he was the team's only all-star. He provided us a lot of fun moments at the end of games, like the Cubs game, where he's dropping the F-bomb in the line the whole way through. So just all around great stuff. Easily the winner of this award.
Yeah, I mean, as Tyler said, it's not as if like there was a good bullpen out there, but even if there was a good bullpen, he's probably still winning it because the time that he was out there, he was just so dominant, just so good. Another guy that I can't wait to see in 2023 what he presents. what he brings, and hopefully he's used right and correctly. Also going to be playing in the World Baseball Classic, so shout out for him. And what I think, I mean, I'm nervous about that, but I guess it means he's healthy. At least we're praying and hoping that's what it means. But yeah, like good, big things for David Bednar. What a year for him.
Yeah, I mean, he was still, according to Fangraphs, more valuable than last year, according to WAR. And like we mentioned, he missed half the year. But he also almost threw as many innings, which tells you.
I'm going just off memory. Was Fangraphs a 1.7 WAR?
1.5, I believe. Yeah, 1.5.
So
1.2
as a
last year.
reliever who didn't play the full season, he's what, the fourth highest
Couldn't
on
tell
the
you.
team
Not
in
too
WAR?
lazy to look.
Fourth or fifth, maybe. Either way, yeah. Like again, just outstanding season for him. This is why Jim hates your tweets, Vinny. You're definitely wrong about the bullpen. But this is why we love Vinny. He can take it though. That's what's so great about him.
Yeah.
He's a dum-dum sometimes, but he can take it and has self-awareness.
Go ahead and ask another.
Oh, it's on me.
Yeah.
All right. So the next award, the Doug Drabeck Award. So essentially the best starting pitcher for the Pirates. I mean, honestly, he's already won an award. I don't think it's any surprise who's going to win this right now. But the guy who had the best comeback, right? The best turnaround season, ended up being the best starting pitcher. It's the guy that we're excited to see for next year as well. It's Mitch Keller. I think there's really only two options you can even entertain. It's him and Rowansy, and by far Mitch Keller was the most consistent, the better of them all year. And of course, he had the innings as well. Mitch Keller, just a great season. Really, really good season.
Yeah, I think the reason why he's the clear-cut winner here and why you put him over Contreras right now is just that, I mean, from the end of May on, every time you handed Mitch Keller the ball, like you felt comfortable that, at least, hey, hopefully a position player isn't gonna have to pitch today, right? He's gonna actually like keep the game competitive and give the team a chance to win. So he provided that pretty much every time out for 4 solid months.
Yeah, and I'm very thankful that Mitch Keller was able to turn that season around and really his career around, because I don't know if this team would have survived the year without him. They did not have a guy that could do what he did, especially after Quintana was traded.
For sure.
Good point.
Yeah. I'm so happy for him too. That's one of the things, like, I'm just so happy for him. He seems like a quiet, mild-mannered dude, just goes about his business, who just has not had success, and he finally got it. So I'm happy for you, Mitch Keller. I really am. Good job. And keep it going next year. The Pirates really need you.
Please.
Very much. We need you. We need good content. We need to talk positively. These post-game shows can be quite a bit.
All right. So that moves us to the Brian Giles Award, which is the best hitter on the team. And it goes to, for the second straight season, Brian Reynolds. So we got a picture, no video of Reynolds?
No.
Okay. There. All right, so we got a picture. I just need to know if I had to stop talking.
Well, if it was a video, it would have been a video and you would have stopped talking. When you see the picture, kind of enables you to find out that it's a picture.
Good point. But Brian Reynolds leads the team, led the team in weighted runs created plus 125 this year. Next closest, Vogelbach was 117, and then Cruz was 106. So easily the easily the best hitter on the team for the majority of the season.
Yeah, down year from last year, but 27 home runs, career high. Still, like you said, by far the best hitter on this team. Not many other places you can go. Hopefully, O'Neal Cruz challenges for this award next year.
And I'll go a step further. Yeah, like hopefully O'Neal does challenge it, but also hopefully Reynolds picks it back up, if that makes sense. Like he had a down year, but it still was a very good year. Let's put that in perspective too. Like as far as especially center fielders goes, that was a very good year for Brian Reynolds in a down season. But we know he can do better than that. And I know he struggled a lot. And this wasn't just, behind the scenes we talked about this, but like he struggled a lot with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. He wasn't as clutch this year. So if that turns back around a little bit, right, his overall numbers go back up a bit. But, yeah, it's not as if he had a whole lot of competition this year for the best hitter. It was a team that couldn't hit.
Just hoping he's here next year.
That part. That's a whole lot.
We got a whole off.
I'm gonna bite my tongue. All right.
All
now
right,
it's Tyler.
I am up, and is this our last award of the night?
This is the very last award.
It is.
All right, it's the Barry Bonds Award, which goes to the Pirates MVP. And I'm just gonna say who it is, and then let Jim have fun. The Pirates MVP, as voted on, is being given to Brian Reynolds.
Yeah, so this wasn't a unanimous pick.
See, Jim, it's a video.
And a line drive into the right center field gap. Hayes will take off. Rebello is going to hold him there. Into second base with a stand-up double. In from center field. Diving catch by Brian Reynolds.
As well. He has 2, 3, and 4 due up. His first, and it's smacked into left. Brian Reynolds. Christian Yelich out to get this one. Reynolds stretching for a double, and he's got it.
This year 6 for 6. Drive to right center field. Anchor down. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Buccos win it. First career home run walk-off for B-Ray.
That was something special. What if he'll do the rock the cradle?
There you go, Jim. You satisfied?
No, that was a good video. Yeah, this wasn't a unanimous award, but it's hard to argue with this. Brian Reynolds was the best player on the team throughout the course of the year. Highest WAR. Yeah, I can't argue with this.
No, that's different than your tune earlier.
Yeah, the irony on that one. I don't know, Tyler. Who did Jim want to have the MVP?
I feel like I should let Jim disclose that. But I will mention that before that video was played, he was about to go off. And then he must have saw the highlights and realized, oh, yeah, I was wrong.
I'll say it. Jim was like, I want O'Neal Cruz to be the MVP. Oh, he should get the Barry Bonds Award. It's O'Neal Cruz. And I just sat there like, don't do this to us, Jim. Don't. Listen, I love O'Neal Cruz as much as the next person. I understand what he could get. But if we go out here and make him the MVP this year, there goes a lot of credibility. And Jim's like, no, MVP, man. Look, the runners in scoring position. Look what he did. And I get that. O'Neal Cruz is clutch, and Brian Reynolds wasn't. But MVP for the whole year, Jim, come on, man.
So from the day O'Neal Cruz was called up to the end of the year, he was the most valuable player on the team.
Cool. This isn't the fanboys from July to October.
Jim, this is a very respected award show that gave the worst tweet to a guy that responded to, I love the shit. We take the game seriously.
Exactly, man. We can't lose our credibility now. But away from O'Neal Cruz, back to Brian Reynolds. It was a year that wasn't a whole lot of deserving players to win it. He essentially gets it. It was an off year for him, but still the end of the season. The defense wasn't as good as it was before, but I mean, I felt like most valuable, it was probably him. He was a very good player all around still.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to argue it.
You did.
Yeah. You called
No,
this
the lights
dictatorship.
are on. It's a whole different thing. See, public perception Jim's different than behind the scenes text message Jim, as
You literally
Tyler kinda
called
put out there a
Donardo
little bit.
Putin.
So for those wanting to join NS9 still, or don't, you can redact your DM from us as well. But yeah, we're still looking for people that want to come on for NS9 this off season. So if you want to take Jim's place here, shout out to DM to us.
Only on nights when Jim wants to get high.
Yeah, as Connor says, Mason Martin could have been MVP if only got the call. So sad. Much better than Cruz. So I guess that wraps up our 2022 Fanboy Awards, fellas.
I love how angry Jim got.
Just seething once again. Look how look how short he is on the stream. He's way down there. Like here I am. There's Tyler, right? And there's Jim, where he belongs.
Effing Vladimir Putin over here being reelected with 105% of the vote.
Because I said no to O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah, he rigged the voting on this award.
How did I rig it?
You rigged it on this award because here's the deal. I voted for Cruz. Cody
Yes.
voted for Cruz.
Who?
Ryan voted for Cruz.
Who?
So we had three. We had 3 Cruz votes, 2 Reynolds votes, and you rigged it to make it 2-1 instead of 3-2.
Those other 2
Jim
votes
wants-
came in for the tiebreaker, which wasn't necessary.
Jim wants about rigging. There's 3 hosts. I voted Reynolds. Tyler voted Reynolds. You voted Cruz. That's 2-1. You want to talk about rigging? You're getting unregistered voters onto the show to stuff the ballots. Stop the count. It was 2-1. Reynolds won. Cruz or Jim. Cruz lost.
And you know what? I'm fine.
I need
with
some
that.
identification from this Ryan and Cody. Who are they?
No, I'm fine with that. Like I'm not going to argue. Like Reynolds was the best player on the team.
It
for
went
the
like this. Jim all of a sudden said, we can say Reynolds 2, Cruz 1, and not count Cody or Ryan, which is also fine. Ryan said, yeah, it's Cruz. And then all of a sudden, Jim was all aboard counting their votes.
Right. Oh, that was in my favor. Oh, we're good. Typical Jim.
Who wants to join that group
right.
chat?
No one does. No one does at all. I want to leave it. But I guess that does conclude our 2022 NS9 Fanboy Awards. So I do again want to congratulate everyone who won, all the winners and losers who end up being winners. I mean, you won a fanboy for being terrible. So congratulations to you as well. And thanks to everyone for watching once again. And with that said, the offseason is here for the Pirates. We'll be having a lot of shows. And I guess to wrap up again, if you are interested in coming on and joining NS9, particularly to do post-game shows for this upcoming 2023 season, get at us. We're going to have something else brewing this offseason for those who want to join, more or less to select them who are going to be part of NS9. So, yeah, a lot of stuff coming this offseason, though. Fun times coming ahead in North Shore 9.
Yeah, lots to discuss this offseason. I'm looking forward to it. Should be fun.
Can't wait for me and Jim to carry it and do all the producing so that Donardo can just take a back seat as usual.
It's literally why I'm looking to expand. Can't wait. More Chell for me.
Call of Duty comes out
gonna
next
get
week.
my
Well,
gonna get my hockey game going, you know. Good stuff. All right. Well, I guess should we get out of here then?
I guess.
All right, everyone. Bye-bye.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
See you guys.